Hi guys, welcome to the next lab. Today we're gonna be deploying apps from Microsoft Azure Intune to our on-premises devices. Probably you have apps already up there in cloud, or you may have an app in-house like in your local device and you want to take your exe or MSR file up there to deploy app to any other devices. So this is exactly what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna opening the Intune console, and in cloud we're gonna configure our apps to deploy, and then we're gonna test the deployment on one of our devices. So literally the steps are given here, but this is what we want to achieve. This is our objective for today. We want to take our own app file. So I'm gonna be taking zoom.msi file. Then also I'm gonna be deploying a Microsoft Teams web link to the devices, and then just to make a little twist, I will also show you that how can you deploy Chrome by a script, and we're gonna be using PowerShell script. Okay, and lastly we're gonna be deploying all the Office apps like Word, Excel, Outlook from cloud. Okay, so first step is you're gonna open Azure, and then you're gonna go to Intune Admin Center. This means there is another admin center for Intune. Right now this admin center is actually now called as Endpoints. So let's start with the first step and let's make our way all the way downstairs. And you know what? This is literally 4 steps. It's very easy. It's piece of cake. Once you do this lab 2 times, you'll be fine. This is a basic lab, but once you do this, you should be able to do all the advanced bit. Things like deploying policies for devices or another app, or even blocking the device. Yeah. So today we are talking about MDM solution. This is mobile device management. So let's open our Microsoft Intune, well, Microsoft Azure. So portal.azure.com, you go there, you sign in. This is the page, you see it. All you have to do in the search bar is type Intune, and then you click on Intune, and then it tells you that it has moved to endpoint.microsoft.com. So if you click on here, that will take you to that admin center. Now, as per the first step, we're gonna be enrolling the device. Yeah, of course we need to enroll one of the devices. I've got the device ready, but let me show you here first where can you enroll the device. So when you open your endpoint.microsoft.com, on the left hand side, if you click on devices, and then if you click on enroll devices, it's pretty obvious, it cannot be anything else, right? So let's click on enroll devices, and this time again pretty obvious, you need to enroll the device, hence you will click on devices here. So I will click on devices, and in here we can add our devices which you want to enroll in here, and then you want to deploy apps later. Okay, so how would we enroll our devices here? So if you look on the top, there's again another obvious option is called import. When you click on import, you need to put some files with the device information here. Okay, so what happened in the real world or in corporate environment? Say your company has bought 30 laptops for new staff, new starters, and they order it from Dell, and Dell is shipping out, or whoever your OEM equipment manufacturer, he is shipping out to this laptop either to their addresses or to your head office. But what you can do at this point, you can ask them the hardware ID of those 20 laptops. So they will send you this hardware ID in a CSV file. One file will have like say 20 rows, and each row will have a different hardware ID of each laptop. Simply you will bring that file here and you will import it. That is that simple. In our case, because we haven't bought anything from Dell and we only want to test this on one device, so I've got 2 options. I can either test it on my laptop here on my local computer, which I would not recommend anybody to do it. So the next solution is Hyper-V, or if you have any virtual platform, if you have VMware, just spin up a virtual machine, put some Windows operating system in it, and we can take it from there. We can bring that VM here. So in my case, I've got a virtual machine is running already, and I'm gonna get the hardware ID, and I'm gonna bring that hardware ID here so I can deploy apps on my virtual machine. So once that test is successful, that means this is successful. Now what I'm doing at the moment, I'm doing a lab of Microsoft, and the lab is given in one of, I will show you the page now, and also I will show you how to get that hardware ID, and that is given in that lab. Yeah, so all you have to do is just open google.com and just Google search it, hardware ID for Azure Intune, and there you are. You know, this first option, manually register devices, you just click on that, and I'm doing exactly this lab. I'm following it. So once you come in here, what I would do, I would put this link in the description of the video anyway in my YouTube, but this is how you get to this page. So when you scroll it down, you will see a PowerShell script here, and as per this script, you can actually run in any device, and this script create a folder in this path, and then it's in that folder it will put this CSV file, and this CSV file will have one row of that, you know, hardware ID of the device. So why don't we copy it, and let's go back our Intune, and let's open our virtual machine here. I need the script here so I can capture the hardware ID of this VM, this machine, and I can take it to Intune. For that, I will open PowerShell ISI. You can type PowerShell ISI. So I have already opened it. You can either click on it, but mine is running there already. Okay, so let me close this. And that script I copied, I'm simply gonna paste it here, and I'm gonna run the script. When I run the script, that will be series of questions. Just, you know, just click on yes or yes to all. So that script is now running. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna be keep asking you, you know, those questions again. You are very welcome to read, but end of the day, just click on yes. Right, so in my case, I only had to do it once, but you will be prompted for, like, you know, 3-4 times, because that script will be installing some packages, or, you know, those things you can just read, but just click on yes really. Okay, so this script has got a file now in this location, and in that file this script has put some serial number. So let's close this now, and let's trace that file on C drive. Okay, so this is the file is being put by the script, and if I double click on it, we need this file to be taken in Azure. We're gonna upload that. So I'm gonna simply copy it. I'm gonna copy it, and I'm gonna paste it in my local computer's hard drive, and I can upload it to Azure from there. Yeah, also just make sure that in your virtual machine you have enough you know, enough space in your C drive, because we are looking to install apps in it, right? And if you have 1 or 2 3 GB left in here, that's not going to be good enough. Okay, so let's leave this here, and let's open the Intune. Now we are back to this page where we have to import our CSV file. So let's click on import, and I have put that file already in my downloads folder. So this is the file, and I will click on import. So this import's gonna take about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna pause the video here. So it looks like that is the import has been done. I can't still see anything here, but if I click on here, it's telling me that device imported. So let's refresh, and I can see some information down here that has already picked up that this is a virtual machine, which is great. And we can see the serial number here, 5361. Yeah, if I click on that, you can always put a device name here. Okay, you can put a device name, and it will take a time to sync, or you can just remember the serial number. Yeah, so let me put a device name anyway. So I can say that pilot VM. Yep, and I can save it. So that's been saved, but as I said, it's going to take a time to sync with this information. Now let's see where we are now in our lab. So we have done with the first step, right? We enrolled our devices. Now we want to create a group, and we want to add enroll device in that group. What's the reason here, right? So whatever we're gonna be doing with our apps, like configuring and deploying it, we're gonna actually deploying those app into this group. So the advantage of this group is that in future, if you have another 5 devices, just import the information and add them to this group, and things will be synced to those devices. All those apps will go there automatically, or you can do a force sync as well, right? So following step is now to create a group. So let's go down there, and let's remember this. So this is the pilot VM, or the serial number is 5361. Groups are here. So once you click on that, and you should see a option here, new group, and in here I'm gonna leave group type security, and I'm gonna say pilot group testing, just pilot group testing. You can say pilot group testing, yeah, that's fine. Group discussions, you can say Intune lab. Okay, Right. Membership type is assigned is enough. Now owners, that needs to be owner. Yeah, so I would recommend that you can click on that and you can select owner for yourself. That group name is not available, so let's change the name to something else. So let's call it Intune and Intune L for lab. Yeah, now as I said, you need to add yourself as an owner once you click on it. So let's add yourself here. So I'm gonna add myself as an owner and I'm gonna click select, and now device needs to become under the member here. Yeah, so any new device you're gonna add in future, just come in here and add that member here. Okay, so this device, we have put a name down there, but as I said, name's gonna take a time to sync. We can always search device by serial number. Was it 53 something? Yeah, 5361. Yeah, and let's click on that. Yeah, so that is done. Now click create. The group is getting created with this member, so the group is created now. Let's go back in our Word file here. So now we have done the second step. Now the main step is this: we need to start adding apps so we can deploy these apps from here to this device. So let's go to Azure. In here on the left hand side, click on apps. And again, if you want to see the apps by platform, Windows, we will be deploying apps on our Windows device, Windows virtual machine. Yep, so it's there. Now let's click on first thing first, let's add Zoom. Let's go step by step. So first thing first, I'm gonna be adding Zoom. Yeah, so I have downloaded zoom.msi or zoomfull.msi from Zoom's website itself. So all I will do is click on add, and in here I need to select line of business app. Click on that and click on select, and now in here you can select the app package and start bringing your file here. So app package, yes, and then click on that folder icon, and that's your Zoom installer. That's from my local computer. Okay, if I click OK, now these details, they need to be filled. As long as you can fill those details with that, you know, asterisk sign, doesn't need to, you can change the name here, doesn't have to be Zoom. You can change the description here, yeah, or leave it as it is. I will just simply put publisher, I don't know, let's put zoom.us. That should be fine. App install contest, make sure this is device, not user. Yeah, it's an MSR file. Yep. You can put further details including image in here, but guys, I'm gonna leave it for you to practice. I'm simply gonna show you how you're gonna push Zoom out from cloud to your laptops. Click on next. So every time you do something on the top, the assignment bit is very important. Here we need to make sure our group's gonna go in here. The name of our group is Intune L, yeah, or Intune Lab. Yeah, so in their assignment, make sure you add the group here, and let's bring the group here, Intune. Yeah, I can see the group, and I can see that the group is here now. So that group is here, and then click on next, and finally we're gonna review it. I'm a little bit paranoid. I want to see the name of the group here again, and it is there. Great. Click on create. So one thing is done. The Zoom has been, you know, added. That app has been added for that group. That group consists of one of our enroll device. Good. The next step, let's go, is add Microsoft Teams. So if we click on app again, and I'm simply going to add a link on the start button of each device. So if I click on Windows again, now you can see that MS Teams here as a web link, but I'm going to delete it. I want to show you guys how you can do it from scratch. So let's say goodbye to that, and let's refresh, and that's gone. Okay, so once that's gone, let's click on add, and this time you're gonna be choosing web links. Okay, so here you are, web link, and click on select, and the name could be anything. This is the name that will appear in the start button when the users will click on the laptop. So MS Teams, so they will see exactly like this, and description Microsoft Teams, publisher Microsoft. And in here, this is important, you need to know the URL of Teams. So it's https and teams.microsoft.com. So that will open the web app for them. Okay, now rest again, there is no, you know, red asterisk sign, so I'm not gonna fill it. If you like, you can select an image and, you know, you can fill further details, but as I said in earlier step, We are more interested in assignments here, number 2. So if I click on next, we will go to number 2, and here I'm gonna add same thing, our group. So Intune L, and I can see Intune is there, and click on next and review it. Make sure Intune is there. So Intune L, this is our group. Let's click on create. So that thing is done. So we have done so far, yeah, so far we have done 2 things. Now this is the cool stuff. PowerShell script to deploy Chrome from Azure cloud to your local devices. Okay, so you can go on Google and you can literally, you can search for, so many PowerShell script to deploy all the apps, you can deploy straight from cloud without having to have any exe or MSI file. Yeah, I will show you a page now. So as you can see, I have just Google deploy Chrome from PowerShell, and one of the links came in. I don't know, let's click on that. Let's find out what is this. If I scroll a little bit down, there is a script there. So I know for sure because I've used this script earlier, but not from this website, but I can see this is the same script really. So all you have to do is copy it and save it on your local computer and save it as, like chrome.ps1 file. Okay, I have got this script already in my local computer. So I'm simply going to upload that file here in Azure Intune. So let's close this and let's click on devices now. Now remember guys, I'm deploying Chrome from a script, not as an app, right? It's a script deployment. You will not click on apps, you will click on devices. And if I scroll a little bit down, you'll see something called scripts there. Yeah, so all you have to do is just remember it's under devices. So let's click on the script and we're gonna be adding our script. Click on add and choose, so obviously our Windows 10 VM, and just say deploying Chrome browser. Yeah, description, I'm not gonna put any description at this point. And let's get the script file, so click on that, and this is my script file. So if I open it, and I'm not gonna touch any other options, they are good to me, so this is good to go. Again, assignments, right? Assignments. This is where you're gonna be, make sure you're gonna adding your group in there. So click on next and let's go to assignment and add your group, that is Intune L. Click on select, so that's, I can see it, great. Click on next and want to make sure that your group is listed here, great. Now you can click on add, and that's done. Come back on Word file. So what is left? Oh, Office apps. Yes, everybody needs that. Right, so let's go back in endpoints, and let's click on apps, and let's click on Windows again. And in here, I'm gonna add the app. Now this is the another way of adding apps. So guys, I'm trying to show you how you can add your own MSI file, which is listed here already here now. Yeah, so that is Zoom. How you can add the shortcuts of web app. So that is your MS Teams. How you can deploy from PowerShell. So that's from the devices. And finally, this is another way. Now in this case, you would be thinking that, hey, we need to add our another like MSI file for Office apps, right? No, we don't. If you click on add, and if you click on here, you will see something called Microsoft 365 apps, and that's for Windows 10. So let's click on that and let's click on select, and guess what? All the values is already filled up for you. You don't have to do anything really. Just click on next. Yeah, and again, you can go through, you can read what is there. If you don't understand, if you can simply click on, this icon, and but it's very much self-explanatory. Most of the devices nowadays is 64-bit. So, but it's up to you. You can read everything here. But remember, the most important bit is here is to choose your language. So at the moment, no language selected. If you make this error, then that might affect the deployment. Make sure you select your language, the one you want, and click on OK. So the language is selected, and now again assignment. So go back, click on next. Ooh, update channel. This is for update channel. I'm using in current channel really, but you can change it. You can click on it and find out that how often you want to get this updates for the app. Yeah, 15 days, 1 month. So I'm just simply choosing current channel. Click on next. Assignment, we want to select a group, and I'm gonna put on Intune L. Okay, Okay, so we can see our group there. Now we're gonna be clicking on next here, and let's review. So let's review and create. So everything's looking good. Language is selected. Make sure this is included in here. Yep, and let's click on create. Okay, so while this is happening, let's click on our Word file, and finally saying that configure a deployment profile and assign it to that group. So what does this mean is, if you click on devices, and if you click on enroll devices, and again if we go back and see the device that we enrolled, as you can see under this profile status, it says that not assigned. That means there is no profile actually exist for this device. Yeah, so we need to click on devices back again, click on enroll devices and click on deployment profile, and in here this is the old profile, so don't worry about this profile. Let's create a profile for our Intune L group. Okay, so again you can say for Intune L, Intune lab. Yeah, and I don't want to do any description. I'm fine, convert it all to autopilot. No, this is fine, keep it to no, because we don't really want to convert all the targeted device. We're just testing for our one device here. Click on next. For out of box experience, you can read everything here, but you know, I will leave it to user driven. That means when user logs in, everything's gonna happen, app's gonna push in. So in here I'm not gonna change anything really, right? You can always also change, you know, so many things, like, you know, like region and language and all that, but let's keep it same. Let's keep it simple rather. Yeah, default. What we are most interested in here is assignments, so click on next and it will go in assignments. Here we want to add our group Intune L, and this group has been added. Now click on next, and now you can verify that your group is here and click create. Okay, so for Intune L, that profile is there. Okay, is it assigned? No, but how it's gonna assign? It's syncing in the background and it's gonna take a while. It will take a while. So meanwhile, what I would suggest that we will go back in our virtual machine and we're gonna reset this thing. So when it starts, this is where Intune gonna kick in, and we are expecting to see all the apps coming in automatically, autopilot, right? So reset this PC and just click on get started, and we want to literally remove everything, all the file. We don't want to keep anything in here. Yeah, so click on local install, click on next, and this is gonna take a while. It says this won't take a long, this will take, this could take up to 40 minutes really. So don't worry, I'm not gonna keep you, you know, in here for 40 minutes. I'm gonna simply pause this video, but let's go back and let's refresh this. Okay, once you refresh this, I would rather go on to devices, and I will keep an eye on here, not assigned. Yeah, and I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna keep refreshing it until it says assigned. Yep. Okay guys, so I've been refreshing this and the profile status has been changed to updating. So this profile status updating is not exactly actually for this device, but it's for the group, and any device which is included. At the moment it's only one device, but it is updating this profile for everybody who are living in that group. Okay, so you can keep refreshing it, or you know what, just leave it and come back when your this resetting has been finished, because it's gonna take a while, right? So leave it, and I will now pause it and I'll come back when all the resettings been finished. Okay, so it has gone past like 15 minutes, and now I can see the profile status is assigned. So let's go back and look at our virtual machine and it's still resetting it. So I'm just gonna wait for here, and now the profile is assigned, okay, in here. So what I'm expecting that this virtual machine is actually this machine. Yep, this one. So what I'm expecting that when it starts, this will pull settings from Intune. Okay, so just hang on with me guys, just we are nearly there. I'm gonna pause it and I will come back soon. The virtual machine is finished resetting now, and you can see that it is now saying welcome to my company. So this is actually been pulled from the company branding from your Azure Active Directory, Okay, so it's working in the sense that now Azure has recognized the device. So when your staff will log in with the corporate credentials, those apps should be pushing into the device. So let's say let me type my email address, and let's do the password quickly. And what's gonna happen, this is the first ever time, say when a staff is logging into the computer, say when they receive it from Dell. So the first few motions of, like, we are setting up your device and welcome to Windows and all that, that's gonna take a little bit time. So at this point I'm gonna pause the video as well. If you are onto this stage, be prepared to wait for another 15 minutes, guys. Okay guys, so as you can see that Zoom has been deployed. That is great. So one success. But why can't I see Chrome? That should be Google Chrome, right? So let's figure out what's happening. So if you right click on your task button and click on Task Manager and see what's happening in your background, and the CPU usage, okay, that is fine. So I'm gonna leave this open. There you are, you can see the Google installer here, right? So something is happening in the background. So don't expect to see everything immediately in one go. This will take some time. Okay, so Chrome's gonna get installed, and the next thing we have to verify that your web link for Teams, remember, or rather MS Teams. So there you are, Chrome is on the screen. I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna click on Start button, and I want to verify if that link for Teams is here or not. Okay, so, or is it gonna take a while? So let's see. I don't see the link for the Teams here at the moment, so let's give it a while, and it will come soon in a minute. Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna click on that again. It shouldn't take much time. It's only a web link. It's not a huge app. Okay, I don't see it. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pause this video, and those things gonna take up quite a while. Oh, there you are. You can see MS Teams now. So that's been pushed as well. Yeah. So again, now the Office app's gonna come in, and it's really gonna take a long time. So yeah, so let's pause the video because I don't want you to hang around and just see it while things being installed in the background. Okay, guys, just to let you know that I have just seen that Microsoft Click to Run was in the background process, which means the installation for apps been happening. Installation of Office apps been happening in the background. So it keeps coming and disappearing really. So there you are. I can see that here you are. So yeah. So if I expand it, well, so in the background, this is installing the Office app. So sooner or later, I should see all the apps of, like Paint and not Paint, sorry, like PowerPoint and Excel and Word. Everything should be listed here. But that will take a little bit time because, we're talking about, a handful of apps here. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna pause it again. Okay guys, so it's been a long, let's check what's been happening. So if I click on Start button, and okay, cool, I can see Word, PowerPoint and Outlook, and the apps are coming, which is great. I can see Excel as well. That is great. So just to verify, we got Edge. Well, Edge is in Edge. Yeah, we got MS Teams rather. Sorry, not Edge. We got MS Teams. We got all the Office apps. We got Google Chrome being deployed by PowerShell Script, which we put in Intune, and we put our own MSI file in Intune as well. Yeah. So that completes the lab really. But what you can do at this point, that go to Intune and try to put your own app. Yeah, there are places in Intune where you can actually put your Win32 applications and all that. Okay, so test. There are so many things to test, but also there's one thing I would want to test. So once you've done the lab, right, go to Intune's, go in Apps section and go to the Zoom app, and you should be able to see the install status. it would be pending, or either it would be fully installed on some devices. Okay, so yeah, this is it. If you can do all this, if you can do this labs, if you can understand it, then you can go for higher bit. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lab. It's really good. As I said, Azure Intune is piece of cake. Yeah, once you do it, it's really fun. Yeah, so make sure you have a go on to this one.